What down, family? It's your boy SCNTV coming back at y'all with another Shyrack Street Legends. And this episode is gonna be about none other than Shdy Fo, aka Mr. 210. Mr. 210 comes from that 71st and East End, 72nd and Bennett. They go by Moose Block for Moose, who was accidentally killed by one of his own guys on a home invasion. Ghetto World for Ghetto, who was killed by the police. And LPC, or Lil Pez City, for a guy from Pocket Town that went by Pez. He was shot in the head on 72nd. They foes and GDs. They beef with Paxtown, Sircon City, and Rawtown, and a few others. According to Shawty Fo, he jumped off the porch around the 6th grade and really turned into a demon when Ghetto died. Him and G Herbo were good friends when they both stayed on 72nd and Bennett. Ghetto had the shorties from the area out there thugging and was said to have put the neighborhood on his back. Ghetto was definitely one of the biggest losses that they took. Shawty Fo looked up to him. He caught his first charge when he was 15, when he was walking through his ops neighborhood on 71st and Chappelle. While op shopping, he ran into the police, who tried to stop him because they said he looked suspicious. He would take the police on a foot chase and would eventually be caught. He was charged with carrying a firearm while underage and carrying a pistol without a permit. He would end up getting probation. Ghetto would end up bringing him on 71st, where he fit right in with the guys. Things were getting serious and the shorties had graduated past fight. Niggas was packing heat and it was cold outside. So the only way to stay warm was to get you a heater and keep it close, or else you might get caught and left frozen still. On September 13, 2013, at about 6:10 p.m., Shawty Fo and his friend Bonifo would allegedly catch an op on the 2200 block of 71st Street. The op ran into a store where Bonner allegedly chased him inside and shot him in the chest and in the arm.
Omar Gunn and Anthony Wells have been charged with fatally shooting 18-year-old Jaleel Pearson last month on the South Side, authorities said. Witnesses identified Gunn, 17, and Wells, 18, as the two wearing hooded sweatshirts involved in the September 13th shooting of Pearson in the 2200 block of East 71st Street, prosecutors said. Authorities said Wells was acting as a lookout when Gunn chased Pearson into a store and shot him twice in the arm and chest. Pearson's alleged killers were rival gang members, prosecutors said. Gunn was denied bond, authorities said. Wells, of the 7100 block of South Jeffrey Boulevard, cried in court after Judge Israel DeCiorto ordered him held in lieu of $500,000 bail.
Shawty Fo would end up beating the case, despite the state having several witnesses, including the op that went by the name T.Y. While Shawty Fo was awaiting trial on that murder, he would end up being charged with another murder. Prosecutors said 19-year-old man who was in jail for allegedly killing a rival gang member in September 2013 also gunned down a 64-year-old man on the same street in 2010. Anthony Wells, 19, was charged with first-degree murder in the death of 64-year-old Mobalaji Osho. Osho was killed about 2 p.m. on August 13, 2010 in the 2000 block of East 71st Street in the South Shore neighborhood. Police reportedly said at the time the gunman had opened fire at a group of teens when Osho walked out of a sandwich shop and was hitting his chest. Prosecutors said Wells fired a semi-automatic handgun 4 or 5 times before fleeing the scene. Wells was allegedly wearing a bandana during the shooting, but as he ran away, the bandana fell from his face. Police sent the bandana to the Illinois State Forensic Lab, where results showed it had a strong to moderate connection with Wells. The 19-year-old was also recently identified in a lineup by witnesses of the 2010 shooting. In October, Wells and another teen were charged with first-degree murder in connection with the shooting death of another man in South Shore. That shooting happened in the 2200 block of East 71st Street, near where Osho was killed. In the 2013 murder, Wells and another teen allegedly chased 18-year-old Jaleel Pearson into a store before fatally shooting him, prosecutors said. Pearson of the Chicago Lawn neighborhood was a rival gang member of Wells and the other teen. Wells appeared in court Friday for a bond hearing in connection with Osho's murder. a Cook County judge ordered him held on a $2 million bond. Shawty Fo would end up beating the first body, but Bonifo would receive 40 years. Jalil allegedly told his girl that Bonifo shot him before he died. He would have to go through the process all over again, but again, he would succeed in court, making him 2-0 against the justice system. Shawty Fo spent some time in the county before beating the bodies and was cool with King Von. He also got into it with THF Bezu, in which he ended up breaking Bezu's jaw and getting jumped.
This shit be crazy. Full sauce in a little bit though.
Can't no nigga in Chicago say anything they did to me I ain't do back on ghetto grade. I belt shit my whole life, man, on ski grade, man. Y'all see, man, y'all like y'all blind, y'all see who these niggas be, man. On ghetto grade, I am who I am in my neighborhood. On ghetto grade, every nigga with me know I'm a gangster. I'm my dead homie. 4 grade, that shit, I mean, so blue, folks. Y'all trying to play me like what, man? I been kicking ass in that whole county. And then at the end of the day, if I got whooped, alright, I got whooped. But my jaw wasn't broke. I ain't had no knots on my shit. None of that. On ski grade. I fight, I lost a fight. Okay, I lost. Alright, bet. The fuck? That's little shit. I still kick ass and still put belt to shit on ghetto grade. The fuck is you talking about, man? On King Ghetto, man. They holding my arms the whole time. Let niggas get off on me, man. On ski grade, man. On ghetto grade, bro. Stop it, man. My dead homie. And I slipped. That nigga ain't, man, stop it, man. Ghetto grade. I pulled my pants up, I slipped, blood. On ski. As soon as they see I'm finna get on top of him, that's when his homie them pulled me over, grabbing my arms. They letting him get off on me on ski grade, man. I was over there by myself, and I knew I was gonna get jumped on ghetto grade. And I never came home, said I whooped a nigga. Never, I kept it G. I said, yeah, I broke his shit, but they rolled me, they jumped me. What the fuck? They jumped me, gang, on ski grade.
Even though Shdy Fo is 2-0 with the system, he's taking major losses in the streets. I can recall him making a post saying how the fact that everybody was dead was unreal. Shawty is also one of the best MCs in Chicago and definitely has talent. The fact that he survived the drill scene is definitely a plus as well, considering the thousands that aren't here anymore. We gotta say that he's definitely a legend in this shit. The last interview I seen of his, he was saying how he's gotten older and he desires to lead a different life. He's even got involved in church. I hope that everything works out well and that he prospers with his second chance. And I think that what we can learn from the story of Mr. 2-0 is this. Shawty Fo's story lets us know that sometimes we have a greater purpose in life. And even though we may choose to take the wrong path, sometimes, just sometimes, we're given the opportunity to clean ourselves up and change. Shawty Fo could have just as well lost those cases, but he didn't, and things are what they are. Some of us won't get that second chance, but if you do slip up and you are awarded a second chance, make sure that you make the most of it. This has been another episode of Shyrack Street Legends. It's your boy, SNTV. I'm out.